بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. مركز بحوث السوق وحماية المستهلك، المؤتمر الافتراضي الدولي الأول لبحوث السوق وحماية. الأستاذ المساعد دكتورة فرحة خلف العمر، جامعة الموصل، كلية التربية للبنات، قسم الكيمياء. My paper spectrophotometric estimation of cefixime via oxidation reaction using sodium hypochlorite. Abstract. A sensitive and simple spectrophotometric method has been proposed to estimate cefixime in its pure form and in pharmaceutical preparations. The method depends on the oxidation of cefixime by sodium hypochlorite in the acidic medium in the presence of an methyl red pigment, where the color of the dye appears after the oxidizing agent has run out with the drug, as the dye absorption was measured at the wavelength of 524 nanometer, and the method follows Beer's law with concentration range of 0.5 to 7 microgram per ml, with correlation coefficient and molar observability as shown in the slide. The method was successfully applied to the pharmaceutical preparation. Experimental principle of the method. The principle of the method is the oxidation of cefixime by sodium hypochlorite in the acidic medium in the presence of methyl red dye, where the drug is oxidized by hypochlorite in the acidic medium. The color of the dye appears when it is added, which indicates the dilution of oxidizing agent with the drug. Preliminary study. In a 25 ml volumetric flask, added 1 ml of 0.01% of sodium hypochlorite to 1 ml of 100 part per million of cefixime. After making the medium acidic by added 1 ml of 0.01 normality sulfuric acid. Wait 5 minutes, then added 1 ml 0.01% red methyl dye was noted for the appearance of the color of the dye, which gave the highest absorption at the wavelength of 524 nanometer against the reagent blank. Optimization of the experimental conditions. Study the effect of the different parameters affecting the intensity of absorption of the oxidative product formed between sodium hypochlorite and cefixime at concentration of 4 part per million to reach the best conditions for interaction in volumetric flask of 25 ml. Effect of type of the acid. Experiments showed that process takes place in acidic medium to form colored product was studied in the estimation of cefixime. The result shown that sulfuric acid is the best, as shown in table 1. Table 1, effect of type of the acid. Effect the amount of H2SO4. The effect of increasing volumes from 0.25 to 2.5 ml of 0.01 normal H2SO4 solution was studied on the absorption of the formed product, and the results show that volume of 0.5 ml is the best of estimating cefixime, so it was used to complete the rest of experiment. Table 2, effect of the type of amount of H2SO4. Effect of the red methyl dye. The result shown that 1.5 ml of 0.01% methyl red, it gives the maximum absorption, so it was used to complete the rest of experiment. Table 3. Table 3, effect of the red methyl dye. Effect of the amount of sodium hypochlorite. The effect of increasing volume from 0.25 to 2 ml of 0.01% sodium hypochlorite solution was studied on the absorption of the formed product and the result shown that volume of 2 ml is the best estimating suffixing, so it was used to complete the rest of experiment as shown in table 4. Table 4, effect of the 0.01% sodium hypochlorite. Effect of oxidation time. In a series of 25 ml volumetric flasks, the calculated amount of sodium hypochlorite was studied to suffixing an acidic medium and left for different time periods from 0 to 30 minutes, and then dilution to the mark limit, and measured absorption at the highest wavelength of 524 nanometer, and the results showed that a 5-minute period of oxidation of suffixing gives the best absorption. So this time period of oxidation was adopted in subsequent trials as shown in table 5. The effect of time on the stability of the formed product. The effect of time on the stability of the formed product was studied, and then the dye resulting after additions and dilution was found to be stable at room temperature for 60 minutes as shown in table 8. Table 8, summary of optimal condition obtained for suffixing estimate. Final absorption spectrum. Under optimal condition previously established, the final absorption spectrum study of the dye resulting from the reaction of oxidized suffixing by sodium hypochlorite and in the presence of H2SO4, the absorption spectrum graph showed that the highest absorption intensity of the dye at the wavelength of 524 nanometer as shown in figure 2. Figure 2, final absorption spectrum as shown in the slide. Procedure for construction of calibration curve. Following the previously established optimal conditions as shown in table 8, 1 ml of 0.01% sodium hypochlorite was added to increasing volumes of suffixing in a series of 25 ml volumetric flask in acidic medium, and waiting for 5 minutes added 2 ml of 0.01% of the dye solution, and the volumes were completed by distilled water to the point of the mark. Then the intensity of the absorption of the solutions against the formal solution was measured at the wavelength 524 nanometer as shown in figure 3. Figure 3 shows the standard curve, which is consist with Beer's law and the range of concentration 0.5 to 7 parts per million. The correlation coefficient indicates that the standard curve has excellent linear characteristic. Result and discussion. Figure 3, standard curve for determination of suffixing. Table 9, analytical parameters of a proposed method. Accuracy and precision. Accuracy and precision was studied by measuring absorption at 524 nanometer for 3 different concentrations, 2, 4, 5 parts per million of the drug, and the result shown in table 10 show that the method is good accuracy and precision. Table 10, accuracy and precision. Conclusion. It is thus concluded that the proposed method is simple, cost-effective, accurate, safe, free from pollution and prices, and can be successfully employed in the routine analysis of this drug in the pharmaceutical tablet dosage forms. Thank you.